Hello my dear children, students, parents and viewers. Welcome to my channel. Today, as I promised, that I'll be coming up with kinds of adjective. Yes, so today's video is on grammar topic. And the topic is adjectives, kinds of adjectives. So there are altogether 8 kinds of adjectives. Not to worry. Don't go behind the number at all, okay? You don't need to be scared. So let's actually learn gradually one by one, and then finish it off. Okay? Come on, so let's get glamorous. Okay? So this particular slide says that there are 8 kinds of adjectives. If we read all 8 kinds by now, you'll feel that, oh my god, there is so much to read. Forget this. Just forget what you're going to read. The numbers. Okay, don't mess up yourself with this. First, let's see what are adjectives. Okay, there might be students who might be watching only kinds of videos. So let me just give a glimpse of what is adjective. Okay, what are adjectives? Adjectives are nothing but they are words. What they do? They describe a noun or pronoun in different ways. Okay? Now, what are adjectives? Adjectives are words that describe a noun or a pronoun in different ways. How? Let's see how. In different ways, you can talk about the size. You can describe what you see. You speak your heart out. You say about that. That's what is called describe. Describe means what? Talk about. Speak your heart out. Just share your thoughts. What comes to your mind, just speak your heart out. Okay. So on what all topic you will talk about? See, these are the topics. There are a number of topics. For example, size. You can talk about the name, place, thing, animal. You can talk about the size. You can talk about here size will be like structure of a person when it comes to people, right? And shape, color, function. I mean, if it's a thing, how it's functioning. Material, what sort of material it is made up of, what's the fabric used in that particular material, the weight, texture, price, and so on. A number of things you can talk over. Okay. Next, let's see 2 examples. Okay. We just shared that this is how you can express. This is how you can describe a particular name, place, thing, animal, right? But how? Let's see one of the examples. Okay. What does it say? What does the picture say here? The picture, what you can see is that 2 people are carrying a sofa. That's it, right? Okay. So by reading, we get to know about what's there in that. It says Dan and Mary are carrying a sofa. Dan, Mary, carrying a sofa. So what are the 3 messages that's been conveyed? What are the 3 things that are reflecting here? Dan, Mary and sofa, right? Okay, so all the 3 are nouns, right? Does Dan and Mary are carrying a sofa? Does it talk about how is Dan? Does it describe about Dan? Does it describe about Mary? Does it describe about sofa? It's just saying that they both are carrying a sofa. Okay, next sentence. Dan and Mary are carrying a big sofa. See? Did they say how is John? How is Dan? How is Mary? No. But they did describe, they did speak about how is sofa? How is the sofa? It's big, right? So the sofa is big. So the big, here all the 3 are nouns. Dan is also noun, Mary is also noun, sofa is also noun, but we are talking about the noun sofa. So what did they say anything about sofa? Yep, they did. What did they say? They described. They just said that it's big. They're carrying a big sofa. So the word big is the adjective and the noun. They're talking about sofa. So sofa is the adjective, is the noun. Okay. Once again, I'm saying big is the adjective and sofa is the noun. Okay. Let's see. It's the same thing. 8 kinds of adjective. Now, since we are done with the introduction of adjectives, now let's go one by one. So the very first one, what you see is adjectives of quality. Children, adjectives of first one is adjective of qualities. Adjective of qualities has 2 names here. 2 names. One is adjective of, like how you have nicknames, right? The same way, adjective of qualities are identified by 2 names. They are also called as adjective of quality and they are also called as descriptive adjective. What is it? Descriptive adjective. And what did I tell you? What are adjectives? Adjectives are words that describe. See, descriptive is describe. Isn't it easy to remember? Children, do not get messed around with the titles. Okay? Here, I'm not only going to teach you the 8 kinds of adjectives, but at the same time I'm going to tell you the trick how to remember them. How to remember them. What question? I'm going to give you a key question. Key of question. If you have the key of question, you can use that and you can get the answer. Right? Okay. I'll tell you the taglines, what all to be remembered. What's the trick to remember the stuff. Okay? So descriptive adjective means what? It describes. Anything that describes is an adjective. Okay? When we talk about something, what we talk about? We talk about the quality of particular person. How is he? What sort of a person he is, right? That's nothing but quality, right? So first one is adjective of quality and descriptive adjective. Both are one and the same. Okay? Let's start. See, quality. First is what? Quality. Quality is what? Adjective of quality. And it's also known as descriptive adjective. Okay? So, whenever you talk about this adjective of quality, very first thing you have to remember the tagline. What to remember? How do I remember? Below there are 7 more adjectives. So, one by one, when you are firm and thorough with one particular adjective, you won't have any confusion. You won't land up into any confusion at all. Okay? So, what is the thing that you are supposed to remember? The tagline. The question, that what kind and how. What kind and how. Okay, let's see. See, what is adjective of quality? It describes the quality of a noun or a pronoun. Okay, and it answers to the question, what kind and how. So, what you should remember when you read the sentence, what you should ask yourself, what kind and how. Either it will answer what kind or it will answer how. Okay, Sarah is a beautiful girl. It talks about Sarah, right? How Sarah? She's a beautiful girl. What sort of girl is Sarah? She's a beautiful girl, right? Japan is a developed country. What kind of country is Japan? It's a developed country. Linda has a gorgeous hair. Linda has a gorgeous hair, right? So here we are talking about the quality of her hair, right? And dogs are known to be faithful and loyal. We are talking about the quality of the dog, the nature of the dog, right? Okay. So, what kind of dog is that? It's very loyal and faithful. How is the dog? Dog is very faithful and loyal. Okay. He is a clever boy. How is he? He's a clever boy. What kind of boy he is? Oh my God. Don't talk about him. He's such a clever boy. That's how we describe, right? See, these answers we already read. See, anything that describes, that highlights a person with his or her qualities or its qualities is called a quality of adjective. Let's see through pictorial example. See here, this is a chart where we describe name, place, thing, animal. We already covered this chart. Okay, how to describe a person by how to describe people by their nature, by their look, right? By the dress they wear, the way they look, and places. How's the place? It's neat, clean, polluted, or it's a green city, right? It's a cosmopolitan city. Or it's a tourist place, right? And things, when it comes to things, you use the tool, color, material, fabric, all those stuff, right? Size. And adjective of animals. Animals, what sort of animal it is? It's like fierce animal, like it's a beast or what? Or it's a very downy means with lots of fur and lots of hair on the body. And giant means big. Okay? So this is how, or if you feel that the dog is very playful, then how you give the adjective of that particular animal. That particular animal is very, very playful. It's very playful by nature. Snake, it's very poisonous. That's the quality of the snake. Okay? Let's see. As I said, we'll do the pictorial example. See, looking at the person, you can make out what sort of person he or she is. See, I've highlighted the qualities. And when it comes to place, you say it's a tourist place, it's a historical place, right? That's how to describe. Then thing, what is the thing? It's made up of what? It's made up of plastic, it's made of steel, it's a spoon. We can just see and then speak. What you feel, you speak out. Okay. Animal, see, when you talk about animal, see, this is my pet, it has big ears. Big is what? Adjective. And long tail, that's what again is adjective. How is it? It's friendly to me. Did I say what you are supposed to say? Remember the two things, how and what kind. Okay, it's very friendly to me, it's very playful to me. It's a clever dog. Okay, it is clever too, it can run fast. It has big ears. See, when you talk about the rabbit, animals, all animals will come together. Okay. Now the second kind of adjective. So let's have a quick recap. What the first kind of adjective? It has two names, quality of adjective, and the second name for it, descriptive adjective. And the two keywords that you have to remember is the key questions, that how and what kind. Got it? How and what kind. You ask yourself, you read the sentence and ask the question. Use the key question. That's what kind and how. Automatically you will get the answer. Sorted? Now the second one is quantity. Quantity. You remember the two balloons? What are the two questions that you have to remember? How much and how many. Okay, the quantity of adjective actually gives you the information about how much and how many. The quantity of it. The amount. Okay? Amount of a particular thing that it talks in the sentence. Okay, it says in the sentence. Now let's talk about the rule. Okay, when it comes to quantity of adjective, there's a certain rule here. See, there isn't much. See, what are the two things that we use for a quantity of adjective? Much and many. What is it? Much and many. So much is always used for singular nouns and many is used for plural nouns. That's what it comes to say. The slides I'm trying to explain only the same thing, right? See here, there isn't much milk in the glass. There isn't much milk in the glass. So, see, it's a singular. In the glass. There's only one glass, right? So, singular. And what we are using? Much. There are many glasses on the table. There are many glasses of milk on the table. See, there isn't much milk in the glass. So, say milk glass, I have given one example. When we are talking about one glass, what we used? Much. And now we are saying that there are many glasses of milk left over on the table. See, we are using many because glass has become glasses. Glass has become glasses. More than one is plural, right? So, whenever we talk about much, only singular, okay? Now coming to plural. There aren't many grains in the sack. Sack spelling is S-A-C-K, okay? So, it's not printed. Don't get messed up with that spelling, okay? So, many grains in the sea. So, whenever, did I give you the example about the milk glass? There are many milk glasses left out on the table to clean, right? Got it or not? So, when it comes to many, plural. And when you talk about much, only singular, okay? See, quantity of adjective. What it describes? It describes the amount of a particular thing described in the sentence. Okay, let's see through example here. Okay, I'm left out with just few books to read. What I'm saying, what I'm coming to tell you, what I'm trying to inform you, what the message that I'm trying to convey you, that I'm still left out with few more books to read. Did I give you the count? No. So what is quantity of adjective? Quantity of adjective is something that gives you it just gives you an estimate. It just gives you an estimate but does not give you a proper count. Does not give you a proper count. It gives you just an estimate. An approximacy it gives you. But it doesn't give you an exact count. Exact count should be in numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's how it goes. Numerical order, it's not giving order or disorder, it's not giving any numerical figures at all. Okay, so anything that actually tells you how much or how many without any exact count in numerical, that's what is quantity of adjective. Okay, see here, see this example here. I like every single student of my class. Did I mention what is my class name? No, I didn't. She eats a whole apple daily. She eats a whole apple daily. The apple could be of any size, big also, small also, right? Okay. My milk glass is half full. It's half full. I'm saying my milk glass is half full. Do you know which glass I'm having the milk? You don't know. Right? See, quantity of adjective. It describes the amount in a sentence without giving the exact amount, without giving you the exact count. Okay? Now, what are things we use? We use little, much, more, some, whole, full, double, all few, any, many, all these terms we use. Okay? Let's see through examples. Okay? This we already saw. This slide, what I have done is I have made it single. See, it was double, so this I have split it into single, so it's easy to read here. Okay? He has enough money to start his business. Enough. Did he say how much money do I have at present? This is the amount that I have in my account, and I have started my business only based on that. That I'm saying, but how much? I'm not saying giving you the exact figure, right? She has bought some. She has bought some. It could be mangoes, it could be some rice, it could be anything. But I'm not giving you the quantity, exact numerical figure I'm not giving you. Okay, I have sufficient time. See dear, I have sufficient time. I have enough time. I have no time. I don't give you the specification of the numbers at all. See here, I have much time. I have much time. I have no time. I have little faith. The sentence I won't say. I have little faith in God. That's what they have written. I'm totally dead against that. Okay. I am left out with just little time. I just have little time. Okay. He has taken half cup of milk. See, half. He had lost all his wealth. All. Okay. Let's see pictorial wise. Okay. Now this pictorial presentation will give you a proper idea of what you have understood. Okay. Let me check. See dear, what is this? You can see some tomatoes. Okay, on the small table, right? Isn't it? But what are the two things that you have to remember for quantity? How much and how many? Will you use how much and how, or you will use how many? You will use how much or how many? Yes, there you go. We will use how many, because these can be counted. You can see. You can see what's there in front of your eyes. It's 3, right? You can count it. So anything which you can count it, you say many, right? See, what is she doing? Jimmy eats a whole apple daily. She eats a whole apple daily. It says whole, but which, how big? It doesn't say. It doesn't say how many. Okay. Whenever the term whole comes, it's quantity of adjective. Okay. So it doesn't give you a proper number. See here, there aren't many grains in the sack. See here, for this many. The girls, this picture, holding A grades. These are all the students, they have got A grade, right? See? So what they are doing? They are actually showing that they have got A's. But you can count. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4. You can count them. You can count them. So anything which you can count, you use many. Anything which you can't count, see the quantity. Where you see the quantity, like there's a little juice in the jar, right? So for that, what question you'll ask? How many juice is there in the jar? No, that's wrong. Do not ever kill the English. Do not ever play with the grammar. What you're supposed to ask? How much milk is there in the glass? See, how much milk, how much juice is left out in the jar? That's what you ask, right? Okay. Next is quantity of numbers. That is a numeral adjective. Before getting into numeral adjective, let's just see what all doubts you might get. See here, the difference between adjective of quantity, that is descriptive adjective, and adjective of number. We are going to get into the number. Okay, what does the adjective of quantity say? It says that we use, what are things we use? Adjective of quantity means two things, two questions. How much and how many. That's what you have to remember. Quantity means how much, 2 balloons. How much, how many. Got it? Got it? But in how much, how many, what are the things you use as an example to express that how much and how many? You use some, many, any, few, little, enough, sufficient, right? Okay. Now the same thing, see here. Adjective of quantity. It shows the approximate amount of estimation without giving an exact count. It just gives you an estimate, but it won't give you the number. It won't give you the exact count. Okay. Now this is the example. Enough food. It just says enough food. Okay, enough food. That means I had enough food. I had enough food. Okay, did I measure before eating how many grains of rice I had, and how much quantity of dal I had, how many pieces of chicken I had. Does it say anything? Whatever you munch, you don't count. You don't keep a count of that and then munch. Start gulping it. No, right? You don't do that. Now coming to adjective of number. Here, see, it does not give you an it does not give you an exact count, but it will give you the quantity. Here it will give you the quantity with exact numerical count. With exact numerical count. See, and it also gives you the positional order. Don't go behind this position order. You will understand this position order when I actually start teaching you adjective of numerals. Okay. See, it is used with countable nouns. It's used with countable nouns. And enough books. The question is, I have enough books. I have enough books. When I say I have enough books, I have enough dresses. Won't I know that how many dresses I have? Won't I know that which books I am talking about? Anything which I can count is countable, dear. Anything which I can't count is uncountable. Anything which I can't count is uncountable. Like money, see dear, coins you can count the notes, but money is uncountable. Got it? So anything which is countable comes into numerical adjective. Anything which you can't count one in numerical figures. Like see the jar or the glass of milk, if it's empty, if it's full, you don't count that. Got it? So those are uncountable. Okay, so those are quantity of adjective. Okay. See, the difference between adjective of number and adjective of quantity is that you just leave the slide. Okay, we'll just see the example here. See, I drank some water. Did you measure before drinking? When we take a glass, I just had a glass of water. Do you know which size glass I drank water? You don't know, right? So it just says some. Some is what? Adjective of quantity. Okay, now see, some people are standing near my house. Some people are standing outside my door. And the door is open. I can see them. So I can count them, right? So the same sum is used in different orders. See, some water which is not been measured and where the exact figure has not been given. The measurement has not been given. And some people, I can see the numbers, I can see the number of people and I can count them. So here here it's uncountable, this is countable. Okay, dear? See, rules. When it comes to adjective of quantity, adjective of numbers, there are certain rules here. See, quantity of adjectives, when used with countable nouns, where you can count, where you can count, they turn out to be the same, some, few, many, same thing, same words, they turn out to be quantity of adjective. When you count, when they are not, they are uncountable. If they are countable and they give you a exact count in numerical figures, then they turn out to be countable nouns. They turn out to be, quantity of numbers. I repeat once again. Quantity of adjective, two things we use. How much and how many. For how much and how many, there are certain words which we use. We use the helping words. What are the helping words which we use to express the quantity of adjective? Some, many, whole, half, right? Okay. So same thing, they act as adjective of quantity also, they act as adjective of number also. Got it? So these words, they act as adjective of numbers for countable nouns. When you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, they are quantity of numbers, numerical adjectives. Okay? And when you cannot count, when you give it in quantity, I had enough. I had enough rice. I had some water. Right? Okay, so these things they turn out to be adjective of quantity. Is that clear? Yeah. Not to worry, I'll explain you. See here. If some adjective, see, now we are talking about sum, S-O-M-E, sum. Okay. Is sum adjective of number or adjective of quantity? It's also, in times it's used as adjective of quantity. In times it's used as adjective of numerals. Adjective of number. Okay. See, adjective of number. Some girls are playing. You can count, right? What you see, you can count, right? Isn't it? Huh? Few mugs are broken. Among all the mugs, if few mugs are broken, you can always count them, right? See, few is also used and some is also used. But anything which can be counted is adjective of number. Got it, children? Now see, now we are going to use again some we are using. Okay. See, I ate some rice. Again, same thing. You don't count the rice. Did I give you the numerical figure? No, I didn't. So it's some rice. Okay. Anything which doesn't give a number, which you cannot count, which you don't count, it turns out to be an adjective of quantity. Got it here? See, I had less money. See, I didn't say I have one money, two money. I told money is an uncountable noun. Time is an uncountable noun. Uncountable noun, time. Got it? I have sufficient time. I have no time. Got it? So, you can count the notes, you can count the coins, but you can't, when it comes to money as a whole is an uncountable noun. So that's why you use less, more. Okay. Now we will head into adjective of number. That's the number 3. Okay. So now you know anything that can be counted, that gives you a numerical figure, is the adjective of number. And anything which doesn't give you an exact numerical figure, it is just an adjective of quantity, but it actually tells you how much is that, how many are there, how many grains are there in the sack. See, got it or not? So same thing. There are some boys standing on the bench. There are some boys standing on the bench. That some I can count. So anything that you can count, this side. Adjective of numerical. Adjective of numbers. And anything which you cannot count, there's just some water left out in the bucket. Again, that sum you didn't count. You cannot count. Can you count 1, 2, 3? No, right? So that comes out as an adjective of quantity. Okay? So, anything that gives you a proper count in terms of numericals, figures, that's what is an adjective of number. Okay? Next. See. In numerical adjective. Okay, the third one is adjective of number, is also called as numerical adjective. Okay, by the title itself you can make out it. In numerical of adjective, they are classified into 3 types. How many types? 3 types. First is, see, adjective of, first is definite numeral adjective. Second is indefinite numeral adjective. And third is distributive adjective. So what are the 3? Definite numeral adjective, indefinite numeral adjective, and distributive adjective. D-I-D. D-I-D. That's what you are supposed to remember. Okay. In numerical adjective, how many types are there? D-I-D. D-I-D you have to remember. D-I-D means distributive numeral adjective. Let's go by order. Okay. D-I-D. D means, first D means definite numeral adjective. I means indefinite numeral adjective. D, I, and the third one is distributive numeral adjective. D-I-D. You remember the word D-I-D? That means you know. In numeral adjective, how many types are there? 3 types. Distributive numeral adjective, and definite numeral adjective, and indefinite numeral adjective. So, in order, if you remember as a word, then it's easy. So that's why I gave you the spelling D-I-D. D for definite numeral adjective, then indefinite numeral adjective, followed by distributive numeral adjective. Okay? Don't get confused. We'll read it one by one. Not to worry at all. Okay? Now first is definite numeral adjective. What's that? Definite numeral adjective. See dear, definite numeral adjective has it's been classified into 4 forms. It can be written in, it can be identified into 4 forms, 4 ways. 4 ways you can identify. Okay. First is cardinal numeral adjective, ordinal numeral adjective, fractional numeral adjective, and multiplicative numeral adjective. Oh. I can see that you're getting cooked up. Please, there's nothing to worry. Do not get tense. Oh my God, again 4. No. If you make it easy, it'll come in one small hand here. Yeah. If you want, you can just make it a tinge of it. That's it. You can form a tinge. When you think, oh my God, this is so much, everything is so much. Got it? So just stay focused. Cardinal numeral adjective. When it says cardinal numeral adjective, you're supposed, didn't I promise you that I'm going to give you question keys? Yes. The moment you read, you just read, your mouth will read cardinal numeral adjective, and your brain should ask a question. The question, key question, what I'm going to teach you. Cardinal numeral adjective. What is this? C-A-R. Is what? Car. Car has what, dear? Numbers. The number plate. Yeah. The number plate is for 1, 2, 3, 9, 10, whatever. It's followed by the numbers, right? So anything that follows by numerical numbers 1, 2, 3, or either in figures or in words is called a cardinal numeral adjective. So how easy that? For cardinal numeral adjective, if you have been asked what are cardinal numeral adjective and identify them, only one thing should pop up. What's the key question? What I'm supposed to remember? What I'm supposed to remember? Car. What thing is that? Car. Car has number. It's followed by the number. It has a number plate, right? Yeah. So numbers can be in words as well as in figures. Okay, that's what. See here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it can be order or in disorder also. Or see in figures also it can be. It can be in figures. It can be words. Okay. Next is ordinal numeral adjective. Ordinal numeral adjective. Okay. Ordinal numeral adjective means, see here, every ordinary person can become a special person. For example, Kalpana Chawla and rest other people. Everybody has same features like what we have. Same like normal human features they have. 2 hands, 2 legs, 1 brain, a body, a different personality, right? Isn't it? But it's all how you make an effort and how you turn out to be special and get recognized, right? So when you get recognized from an ordinary, when you become extraordinary, then a place, you come into a category where you have been placed into ranks, into positions. Okay, so whenever this ordinal numeral adjective always talks about the position, first position, second position, in a relay race of thousands of people, if there's someone who's in the place, who's holding a place, who's running in a place of 399 from India, doesn't it make sense? Yep, it does make sense. It does make sense. That's also a place. That's also a position. That's a rank. Got it or not? So, ordinal numeral adjective is only one thing you should remember. What's that? Position. What's that? Position. First position, second position, fourth position, 11th place, 6th place, 7th place. Got it? Got it or not? So, what do you remember? Position, the rank. Okay? So, cardinal numeral adjective, what do you remember? Car. Ordinal numeral, what do you remember? Position. First position, second position, whatever position. Okay? Sorted? Now, fractional numeral adjective. Fractional numeral adjective. How come fraction comes here? There's only one condition. If the condition exists, only then fractions come into the picture. What is the condition? It has to be less than 1. It has to be less than 1. If it's less than 1, then we have fractional numeral adjective. Okay? Then the fractional numeral adjective come into the picture. Okay? See, fractional numeral adjective is what actually it says. What is the thing, how you remember fractional numeral adjective? Nothing but any sentence that talks about fractions. How you remember? Portions. What do you remember? Portion. Not your test portions. Not your test portions. Okay? Do not get confused. Portions, if you're eating a bread has 4 slices. Or a number of slices you can make, right? Isn't it? So, from that, a portion of that is called, that portion I'm talking about. Okay. See, so fractional number objective, fractional numeral adjective, what you'll remember? Portion. Ordinal numeral adjective, what you'll remember? Position, position, and here portion. Okay. See here, 1 by 2, 1 by 4, 1/4, and then what you call half, 1/4. This is how you remember. Okay. Now multiplicative numeral adjective. Again, one word. Times. What's that? Times. Yes. Times. Okay. Single. When we say single, 2 times of single is what? Double. 2 times of single is what? Double. Right? So you can, anything you can have, and you can say, I want 10 times of this. And I need thrice of it. I need 4 times of this. Right? So times, when we use, that's where this what you call the multiplicative numeral adjective exists. Okay. So altogether there are how many definite numeral adjectives? Here, see here you get in figure, you get an exact count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In ordinal you get exact count. First position, second position, 19th position. Okay. In fraction also you get what are 3/4 of it, 1/3 of it. Okay. In multiplicative also you get exact count. How thrice of it, double of it, single, right? Okay, 1/4. Sorry, not for 1/4. 3 times, 10 times. Okay, or 50%, right? Okay, so these are the what you call the 4 classification: cardinal, ordinal, fractional, and multiplicative. Sorted? Okay, so what the definite numeral adjective is clear to you all? Anything which you can count and it gives you a definite number is a definite numeral adjective. Okay. Now next is indefinite numeral adjective. Let's read what's that. Okay. Before that, let me just explain you the rules. Just so we finish cardinal, ordinal, right? There are some rules here. See, whenever cardinal is what? What you are supposed to know? Car numbers. That's it. Cardinal means car numbers. Okay. Ordinal means position. First position, second position, third position, 19th position, right? Isn't it? So see here. There are 2 sentences. They have read the first 5 chapters of this book. What does it say? It says that they have read first few chapters of the book. And it can also be said in a different way. What is used in the second example. It says they have read 5 first chapters of this book. 5 is what? Cardinal. First is what? Ordinal. First 5 and 5 first. What's the difference? This is where the rule comes into the picture. The rule says that whenever, if the cars are going, they'll go in order. Can the car boom in between the other cars? No, it can't. It can't pass the vehicles and go, right? Everything has to be in order. What will happen to the vehicle if it booms between the vehicles? What will happen? The car will get damaged, right? It has to. The driver has to see. Do I have enough space to barge between? No, I don't. I can't boom in, right? Isn't it? So things should be in order. So the driver will use his brains, and what he'll do? He'll keep his vehicle. He'll just follow the order. Either he'll be in left zone or he'll be in right hand side or left hand side. Or if he wants to be in the middle and make a separate way, he'll always make sure that there's a way. There's enough space, only then he'll take the vehicle in between the cars, the 2 cars. Got it? So things should be in order. Order is what? Ordinal. Ordinal is what? First, second, third, for positions, right? So whenever we have a sentence, it should be first 5 chapters, not 5 first chapters. 5 is cardinal. First is ordinal. So ordinal and then cardinal. See here. They have read the 5 first chapters. That's incorrect. Second example. We have hired the 2 first single rooms. We have hired the 2 first single rooms. 2 is what? Car numbers. Cardinal. Cardinal will come? No. Nope. See? First single rooms. See here. First is what? Ordinal. So ordinal should come. Things should always be in order. Ordinal, cardinal. Car also has to be in order. Okay? Got it here? See, we have hired the first 2 single rooms. That's what is the correct answer. Got it? Now, as I said that I'm going to definite numeral article. See, definite numeral article, they describe the noun. We finished definite numeral. In that only 4 classifications were there. Cardinal, ordinal, what you call, the fractional and multiplicative. Right? See, Definite numeral adjectives. They describe the noun or a pronoun as a set of cardinal, ordinal, multiplicative and fractional. What are they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, first, second, third, fourth, right? Isn't it? Now when we talk about only these two, let's see through examples, right? Okay, whether you can make out which is cardinal, which is ordinal, right? I am not going to say cardinal, ordinal, I'll just say C, O. C means cardinal, O means ordinal, okay? John was called out as a first participant. First participant. Yeah. Was that? Ordinal. O. Okay. And there are 8 oranges in a bowl. How many oranges? 8. What's that? Number 8. Number? Car. Car number. Cardinal. That's C. Okay. He is planning to buy 2 cars. C. 3 cats ran up the stairs. How many cats? 3 cats. Again number C. Third cat was a brown cat. Third, not 3. Third. Third is what? Ordinal. That's O. Yep. Let's see. See here. Now, definite full finished. Okay. Indefinite numeral article. Indefinite numeral adjective. 4 things come. Cardinal, ordinal, multiplicative and fractional. Okay. And it actually gives you a definite number. Either in terms of cardinal, in terms of ordinal, in terms of multiplicative or in terms of fractional. But you will get some figure. Right? Okay. But in indefinite numeral article, let's see. Indefinite numeral adjective. Sorry. Not article, adjective. Indefinite numeral adjective. They never give you an exact count. See? They are not definite. They won't give you a definite figure at all. Okay. Uncountable nouns, little some. And what did I say? You remember when we actually stepped into, we were about to step into numeral adjective and quantitative adjective. From quantitative, when we were supposed to go to the next step, we saw the difference between the two. Countable nouns and uncountable nouns. Anything you can count, it will be quantity of numbers. This is a part of quantity of numbers. What? Indefinite. Indefinite means it's not definite. It doesn't know what. It won't give you an exact count at all here. Just say, yeah, something is there. Yeah. How much something is there? What exact count it won't give. Okay. See. Many. See here. So what are in uncountable nouns? What we usually use? We use little, some, sufficient, no. Okay. Time, duration, how much time you have. All these things it comes under quantity of under indefinite numeral adjective. Okay. Anything which is countable is numeral. Got it? Many people. Many people is countable but not adjective of the quantity. See here. Many people are there. You can count the people, right? Anything which you can count, it comes to it is adjective of numbers. It falls into adjective of number. If adjective of number okay, and if you cannot count, if it doesn't give a particular number, there is some water in the jar. There's some water left out in the pot. That sum is something which doesn't give you an exact count. That's adjective of quantity. Got it? Only 2 things. Do not get confused. Number, and sum. Number and sum. Okay. So now there's some water left out in the jar. Right? And there are 2 cars. There are 2 cars running on high speed. Number. Okay? See, I have no time. What did I say? Time is uncountable. I have no time to talk to you. Time is uncountable. Time is uncountable. I have no time. I'm not giving you a specification of the count. Okay? So that's quantity of adjective. That is quantity of adjective. Okay? But if I actually give you the count, which you can count, is quantity of number. Okay? See, no, enough, sufficient. All these things are used as quantity of adjective. But same thing, it will turn out to be quantity of numbers when they are countable. Uncountable, quantity of adjective. Countable, quantity of numbers. Got it? Now see, these girls, kids, you can count. You can see and you can count. You can say there are 4 kids, right? Now see, Tomatoes, yep, you can see count, right? So they picture 1, picture 2 will fall into adjective of numbers. Yeah, say many. How many? When it comes to how much, what's that? Numerical. So when it comes to how much it doesn't give you the actual numerical figure, it doesn't give. So it's adjective of quantity. Got it? So indefinite numeral adjective, we use few, all, no, several, some, many, most, certain, any, more, much. See, there are few bottles of juice left out. There are few bottles of juices left out inside my refrigerator. See, there are few bottles of mango juice left out in the refrigerator. But am I giving you the count? No, I'm not. Several men came looking for me. Did I give you the number? No. See, some mice would have chewed the cable wires. I'm talking about cables with cable wires. Okay. Each team will receive 2 minutes. 2 minutes warning before the start. See, if I'm organizing a party, people keep coming, and if they have urgent phone call, they walk out also. So in the party hall, I don't know the exact count that what is the party hall count. I don't know, because some are already in, those who are in, they are going out for some emergency reasons, and some are still coming, still entering inside the party. So I have a count. I don't have, but I'm planning to organize a game. Okay, so whenever I plan to organize a game, I have to introduce that particular game, the rules and regulations of it, right? So I'm introducing the game, and I'm telling the rules and regulations that for this game, it has to be each team has to have 2 members. That means you have to pick and choose your partner, right? Okay, but will I actually know that? Can I exactly give you the count that how many teams would have formed? No, because I don't know the exact count only, right? Got it? So here each team will be as quantity of adjective, because I don't know that count. Okay. Everyone is born genius. That's a universal fact. Everyone is born genius. But did I give you the count? No. But most don't make an effort to prove themselves. That's true. Most, they don't use their effort. They don't put their effort to prove themselves. But only few, they do it. See, and few actually do it. In few, I'm not giving the count. In everyone, I'm not giving the count. When I'm talking about most, I'm not giving the count. If I don't give you the count, that's indefinite. Okay? And this is numeral. Indefinite. There's no definite at all. Got it? I'm not giving you the definite numbers. Now, distributive. No, the third one is what? Numerical adjective. Okay, now this is the fourth one here. See, in number of numerical adjectives, there are 3 here. First one is what? D-I-D, remember? D is what? Definite numeral adjective. Second one is what? Indefinite numeral adjective. It's not giving you a definite number at all. Okay? Indefinite numeral adjective. And the third one is distributive numeral adjective. Distributive numeral adjective. In distributive numeral adjective, what it does, I'm talking about, collectively I don't talk about the full group, but I talk about each member in the group. Each member in the group. If I'm a class teacher of a particular class, won't I know the strength of the class? Won't I know the number of boys and number of girls, right? So I'm aware what I'm talking. I can give the count. I have the proof of the register, right? The one which I maintain regularly, right? See here, distributive numeral adjective. Distributive numeral adjective are used to refer members of the group. Let it be group, let it be class. I don't say this particular class. I'm talking about the members of the. Whatever I do, if I'm planning to organize a game, that game will be only for my class. Who can be the participant? The members can be the participants. Okay. So the things that we use for a distributive numeral adjective are Each, every, either, neither. See? Each, every, either, neither. See, each student has to answer the question. So, which, I'm talking about the class. The members, each student. Okay? Every student has passed the exam. I'm talking about the class. Okay? Every student has passed the exam. Let's see through. If I'm giving, I see here, about my class, whenever I talk about each, whenever I talk about the, about every, will I have the count? Yeah, I'm talking to my class, I know the number, I can give you the exact number. That's why it is distributive. See, how to remember distributive numeral adjective? What are you doing? You're distributing. Distributing, if I'm giving color pencils to, distributing the colored pencil to my class, won't I know how many got blue pencils, how many got red pencils? Yeah, and for some, I would have given red pencils, I would have given yellow pencils also. So won't I get the count? Yep, I can. So where I get the count is distributive numeral adjective. Got it, dear? Now, fourth one is distributive adjective. Now, the one which we saw is distributive numeral adjective, where you get the numbers. Okay, see, distributive adjective, see here, each, every, either, neither, any, one, both, it can be all. See, distributive adjective. Distributive adjective, it describes the member of a group, okay, separately instead of collectively. Separately, individually. Okay, each, every, either, neither. See, each means two or more than two. If it's one, we don't use each. Every means all. That should also be more than one. More than one, more than two. That's one. More than one is what? Two, right? Okay, then every man has a nose. Every man has a nose. Every means more than one. Okay. Either one of you. See, I'm talking about the class. If I say either one of you, so they know whom I'm talking to, and I know whom I am talking to, right? So either means one of the two. It can be one of the two, or any one of the two, or both. So the condition more than one exists for that. It has to exist. Otherwise, I can't use either. Neither means none of them. See, either means either roads is safe. That means there's a shortcut also, long cut also. It's up to you. You have a choice. You can use either. Any one of them you can use. Or you can, can we use both the roads? No, you can't. Right? But we have a choice. Neither means no one. None among them. Okay? Every noun or a pronoun separately from a group. I told you now, we are talking about the member. Okay? They are always singular and never followed by are, where and all. See, each boy was given a prize. Each boy was given a prize. See, each boy. Okay? Either road leads to the railway station. Didn't I explain when we use either? What is the meaning of either? Either one among the two, or both also, and one among the two also. Okay. Neither means none. Okay. Neither accusation is true. That means whatever allegations you're putting on someone, the complaints you're raising, none of them are true. Okay. She watched TV every day. She watched TV every day. Got it? I'm talking about she. Adjectives, distributive adjectives here, they are used with singular nouns. See, let's see, the previous screen is being very clearly displayed with the example here. Okay, for example, we know that for distributive adjective what we use? Each, every, either, neither, right? Okay, so all these things come. So when it comes to the rule, what does the rule says? Each, it comes whenever we use each, every and all. For singular, you don't need to worry. You have to use it the way it is. See, each girl wore a hat. Each girl wore a hat. But when it comes to plural, you write the same thing by adding off. By adding off. When you talk about more than one. When I talk about one person, each girl got a hat. But when I talk about more than two, when I talk about them, so I can't say each them. I have to say each of them. Each of them. Okay? See here. Each of the girls. See here. Each girl wore a hat. Each of the girls wore a hat. Off. You have to add off. Okay? Each of the girls wore a hat. Got it? That's the rule. So for distributive nominal adjective, there are either, neither, neither, each, every, all these things are used. Okay? Now coming to demonstrative adjective. Demonstrative adjective, fifth one. But do not get confused. Demonstrative adjective. See, definite nominal adjective starts with D. Indefinite nominal adjective, again D comes. Distributive nominal adjective, D comes. Distributive adjective, D comes. Demonstrative adjective, D comes. Do not get confused. Do not get confused. See, a demonstrative, just read half. Demon. Will you take the blame that you are a demon? If anyone says you are a demon, will you agree? What will you say? Who's the demon? Who's the demon? Not me. You point out. What you do? You immediately point out. You point out saying what? That boy, this girl, right? Those, that team, those, these. This is what you do. Because when any negative point is being given, you never take the credit. For all positivity, you are the one. You say, yeah, it's me. Yeah. Who is the clever boy in the class? Who is the clever girl, smart girl in the class? Who is really, if a new teacher comes, she doesn't know who's good, right? And they know that the teacher doesn't know us, right? So everybody will take the positive credit on themselves, right? But will they say, I'm the one of the demon in the class? Will they accept? No. Demon is point out. When you point out, you use this, that, those, these are all. Okay? See, words that are used to point out specific person or thing are called demonstrative adjective. Demonstrative adjective, remember the demon. The demon should come out. Right? Okay. This, that, these, those, later, former, such, etc. All these things are used. This we use for what? The thing which is near to us. That we use for things which are away from us. Okay? Same, plural, it comes these and those. Okay? See, this, that, these, those. Such. I hate such things. I hate such things. You're pointing out, I hate such things. Don't talk rubbish things in front of me. I hate such things. See? Got it? Now, first line will say, I hate such things. First thing you have to highlight. I don't like, stop talking all this rubbish. I hate to hear such rubbish things. Got it? You're pointing out what you're talking about, what you don't like. The topic on which the person is talking. You're not getting entertained. You're not liking that. You're not liking that at all. Got it? Huh? The former presentation of the lecture was good. That was the previous one. The later presentation was good. I'm talking about the one. Which one? The previous one. Which one? The latest one. Got it? The later option will cost us a lot. That means two options were being given. One was less expensive, one was more expensive. Okay. So this is how you show. This is a pen. It's used for singular noun. What is used? For singular noun. Okay. That, this means it's near. I'm holding it. Okay. What is it? This is a remote. This is a remote. What's that? That's a camera which is on in front of me. That's a camera which is on in front of me. It's away from me. So I'm using that. Okay. Those are plurals. Okay. We use these for anything or anyone who's away from us. Okay. But those and these are plural. It should be more than one. Okay. That's what it shows. Those flowers are so pretty. And I love those flowers. I love this remote cover. It's with me. That's why I say I love this remote cover. Got it? Next comes interrogative. Interrogative. What do you do about interacting with people? Interacting with people. That's what you say. What you're doing? You're interacting with people. You're asking questions. You're asking questions. You're asking questions. Got it? When you ask questions, that's what is called interrogative. You're interacting. Okay? See. What color do you want to paint your house? What are you doing? You're asking questions. Questions. Do I need to tell you how to ask questions? What are questions to ask? Oh, I know you're very good at asking questions and framing questions, right? Isn't it? Okay, see. Whose hat is that? Whose hat is that? Whose bag is that? Whose bag is that? Okay. Now, which is the tallest star in the world? Which is the tallest star in the world? I'm looking at the picture. See, the picture shows. And see, there are 3 patterns and I'm saying, what pattern will you choose? What pattern will you choose? I can ask any questions, right? So, altogether, number 6 was interrogative adjective. That means you are asking questions, you're interacting. Okay? Now, the 7th one is proper adjectives. Yes? Proper adjectives. It says, it gives you, see here, before we start with the word proper adjective, let me tell you one thing. That's what that. Proper nouns. You all know noun, name, place, thing, animal. Name, place, thing, animal. Okay? If I say the fan is on. For me, if the fan is fan, I call the fan as fan. Obviously, you won't call the fan as a tube light, right? Isn't it? For you also, it has a common name, fan. Everyone will call a fan as a fan only. LED TV, it won't become a refrigerator to anyone. It won't become a refrigerator. TV will remain TV, fan will remain fan. Chair will remain chair, laptop screen will remain laptop. Right, isn't it? So these are the common names given to a particular thing, dear. A particular thing, particular person. If you look at a boy, you call that person as a boy. If you look at an old man, will you call a young girl? Will you call that person as a young girl? No, right? So from the feature, there's a particular common names given to them. But when I talk about mobile is what everyone is using. If I call mobile, so they also have a mobile, right? But if I talk about iPhones, if I talk about Samsung, if I talk about Galaxy Note 9, that's the proper name I'm giving to my mobile. I'm specifying it with a proper name. I'm talking about the fan. What fan? Bajaj fan, Ketan fan. I'm talking about TV. What TV? I have to specify the brand. Laptop. I can say what laptop? I have to say the name of it. What is the brand? If I'm using a pen, what pen? Parker pen, fountain pen, what pen? What pen? So the proper name given to a particular thing or a person or a class is called a proper name. If I talk about a company, what company? I have to give the name of the company, right? So that name given, a proper name given to a particular thing, particular gathering, particular organization is called a proper noun. Same thing when you appreciate, when you talk about, adjective is what? Describe. When you describe that particular thing, that particular branded thing with the proper name, you talk about that. That's what is. You describe about that. Then it becomes a proper adjective. Let's see. See it. Let's see through example. Okay, 1 minute. See. Proper adjective. An adjective that's formed from the proper noun. An adjective that's formed from the proper noun is called a proper adjective. Proper noun. See. Let's see the proper noun. A specific name given to a person, place, thing, animal, quality or any is called a proper noun. Got it? See, proper noun. See, I am from India. I am from India. Okay. So the proper adjective will be I am an Indian. India? You are from India? That means you are an Indian. Making it more specific, right? I'm describing it to be more specific. I am from India. I can also say, if I say I am Indian, both are the same, right? Isn't it? I'm making it more specific. I'm describing it more further, right? Anything you describe, that's what is an adjective. Okay. Then I am an Indian. If I say I'm an Indian, see, I'm placing a call to the cops of different state, different country. Okay, different country. And I'm saying I'm an Indian. See here, I'm an Indian. That can also be like I'm an Indian woman. Right? You can make it more specific. If you're talking to the cops of a different country, when you pick the call, or who's this, then you say, rather than saying I'm an Indian, it's I'm an Indian woman. Right? Got it? So see, next, she is from Spain. When a person is from India, you call Indian. So a person from Spain, you call them as Spanish. Okay. See, she knows the dance of Spain. She knows the dance of Spain. Then, what will be the adjective? What will the adjective? She does a Spanish dance. How will address her? How will describe her? She does Spanish dance. That means she knows the dance of Spain. Okay, Spain will become Spanish. Okay, now, next. I love to watch the drama of Shakespeare. That can also be, says that I love Shakespearean dramas. Can't I say? Yep, I can. That's what is proper. See, but there's a rule. Whenever you talk about, give a proper noun to all these things, proper name for all these things as an adjective, always the first letter should be capital. Always the first letter should be capital. Jamaica will become Jamaica. Amazon, you say Amazonian. Okay, and when you talk about when you talk about Shakespeare, you say Shakespearean drama. Okay, and then Italian, you say Italian, right? I like to cook the food of Italy. I know to cook the food of Italy. I love Italian cuisine. I'm good at Italian cuisine. I love to cook Italian food. Okay. Okay. So this is how you do it. Next comes. So proper noun means, proper adjective means what? You give a proper name, proper gathering. Okay. Now next is the last one. Last but the last and the least is eighth one. That is the eighth adjective is possessive adjective. Possessive adjective. Possessive adjective, you be so possessive. You talk about a person, you talks good about a person, and you say, hey, you know what? That's my dad. That's my dad. What do you say? That's my dad. Okay. And see, possessive adjectives. Possessive adjective shows something belong to someone. You show that it belongs to you. You show the ownership. You show the ownership. Okay. See, like ownership can be shown saying mine. It's mine, my father, my mom, my brother, my bro, my sis, my cousin, yours, theirs, his, her. Okay? Let's see two examples. See, this is my car. This is my car. If you're owner of Audi, you can say this is my Audi. This is my Fortuner. This is my Sportiva. This is how you can, if you are an owner, you can say that, yep, this is mine. It's mine. That's my dad's car. This is my car. Okay? Next. See, my book is on the table. Whose book? My book. My book. The book on the table is mine. I think you forgot your purse. I think you forgot your purse. No, I'm having my purse. What about yours? I think you forgot your purse. See, his brother is very handsome. Whose brother? His brother is very handsome. His brother is very smart. Her sister is very beautiful. When we talk about girls, you use the word beauty, beautiful. And when you talk about guys, you say handsome, you say smart, right? So, we are done with all the adjectives. Now a quick recap here. Very first one is what? Descriptive adjective. Descriptive means what? Descriptive is describing. What's it describing? Quality. Quality. Huh? Okay, so you describe a person. A person is very brave, very smart, very clever. That's what is descriptive. Okay? And then After that we did what we read? Quantity. Quantity can be some, more, many. Same some, more, many, when you can't give the exact count, that's a quantity of adjective. It just gives you just a blind estimate it will give you, but it won't give you the exact count. That's what is the adjective of quantity. Okay? But the same adjective of quantity, when it gives you the specification of the number, is numerical adjective. Is a numerical adjective. In numerical adjective, there are how many types? 3 types. What are the 3? What is the word that you have, some single word that you have to remember? D-I-D. D for definite numeral adjective. It gives you definite number, definite count. Okay? Definitely it will give you a numerical figure. It will give an exact count. Second is indefinite numeral adjective. Indefinite numeral adjective, it will not give you, specify you a definite count. Definite count you won't get. Got it? And then again same. If it's not giving you a count, like I have some juice left out in the jar. Again that sum, am I giving you the number? No. If I'm not giving you the number, then that is what? Adjective of quantity. I see some boys standing in front of my door. I see some boys standing in front of my door. I can count them, right? Then that is adjective of numbers. Got it? Not to get confused. Okay? Now, so the third thing is distributive numeral adjective. Distributive numeral adjective which I can count, those are distributive and numeral adjective. Okay? And in the indefinite numeral adjective, there are 4 types: cardinal, ordinal, multiplicative, and fractional. Cardinal, card numbers. Ordinal, position, first position, second position. Then fractional, it should be less than 1, and you should remove the portions, 3/4, half, all these things come under the fraction. Multiplicative, times you should remove times. Single, double, and twice of it, right? 2 times, 4 times, okay? And then we are done with the numerical. Okay, next comes distributive. See, first the third one was distributive numeral adjective. So anything which you can count and which gives you the exact number is distributive numeral adjective. See here, in distributive numeral adjective, what we use? Each, every. Okay. So each, every, either, neither. Okay, which doesn't give you a proper count. See, distributive numeral adjective. What you do? You give the distribution wherein you don't get the proper count. Okay, if you get the proper count, that is distributive numeral adjective. If it just gives you, quantifies without any specific count, then it talks about distributive adjective. Okay, fine. Demonstrative. Demonstrative means what you're supposed to remember? Demon. Demon means what? You point out at others. This, that, those, these, all those things. See, got it? Now interrogative. Interrogative means what? You interact. You interact with someone. How you interact? You interact like this. Like this you interact? No, right? You interact with words by asking questions. When a stranger is standing in front of you, what do you ask? What do you ask? Where do you come from? Which stop you want to get down? Right? Isn't it? Or do you ask, how are you? You don't ask, right? How are you? Right? Isn't it? And you're smart enough to ask questions, and what questions to be asked and to whom you have to ask, right? So when you interact with someone with questions, by framing a question, that's what is interrogative adjective. Okay. Now, proper adjective. Proper adjective means I'm from India, I'm Indian. I love the dance of Russia. I love the Russian dance. Right? And next is possessive adjective. Possessive adjective, what it shows? It shows the ownership. Ownership. It's mine. Mine. His. Hers. Right? Got it? And we are done. Now I hope you'll say this. I had only little knowledge of adjectives, but now I know a lot of it. All of it. All 8 are very simple to you. Very, 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 very simple. Quality of adjective, it will just tell you the quality. Quantity, it will give you the quantity without proper count. And what are used? Some, many, more, much. Okay. Third is what? Numerical adjective. It will give you the exact number. In fact, 3 types are there: definite, indefinite, and DID, distributive. All these things will, in definite numeral, it will give you a definite number. Indefinite numeral, it will not give you the exact. Indefinite numeral, it will not give you a definite number. It will not give you the definite number. Got it? And Distributive also same. If it gives you the number, then it's a distributive numeral adjective. Okay, but indefinite numeral adjective, it will not be give you the exact number, but it actually, depending on the situation, you use. There are some boys in front of my door. I can count. Then that will come as distributive numeral adjective. Got it or not? Is that clear here? Huh? No, not distributive, the indefinite numeral adjective. Okay, and distributive numeral adjective, what do you use? Each, every, all those things. Either, neither. Okay, if you can count, then it's distributive. If you cannot count, then it will be distributive adjective. Okay. Fourth is distributive adjective. Again, same thing we use. Each, every, either, neither. Got it? But here you cannot count. You don't give the exact number. If you give the exact number, then it is distributive numeral. If you don't give, then again it's distributive. You are distributing, right? Okay. And then next one is after that, it's proper numeral adjective. We saw the proper adjective, not proper numeral. It's a proper adjective. Okay, proper adjective, India becomes Indian. Okay, we saw all that. No? And then possessiveness, where you show the ownership. Then interrogative. Then demonstrative, where you, like a demon, when the word demon comes, you point it at others. So altogether we have covered all 8. By now, I hope you are done with all the 8 adjectives. Next, I'll be coming up with some other grammar topic. Okay, till then, have a nice day. Bye-bye. Stay focused.